Well, hello, blessings and greetings, my angels. Welcome back to Sacred Sagittarius Angels Answers All. I'm here posting general content for the YouTube community for Sagittarius. Thank you for those of you who are still able to find the channel. I think, I just don't have that luck when it comes to YouTube and the algorithm. So even though I have over 2,300 subscribers, I really don't know where they're at. So hopefully, with belief in God and everything that I'm doing positive, they will find this content, or enough of you will find it through your YouTube feed or maybe by word of mouth that I'm still here on the channel providing content. So if you see that the content isn't consistent, it's only because I am very protective of my energy, and I would love to exchange it with you freely, but I really want to have the audience there to exchange it with. And I know it's not your fault, but I also understand it from my standpoint as well. If you ever have another platform in which I can use to put my content that is more willing to circulate both small and large channel content openly and without all the pressures that the algorithm provides, please mention it in the comments. I've been looking and contemplating how to move forward off this platform. Okay, enough of that housekeeping. Cards of blessing prayed for. We are now tapping into your September general love reading. I'm going to do two other messages after this, probably about singles, and then messages for couples. And that's probably going to be it for your, and maybe a message from the ancestors, and that'll be just the first half of your September messages. I'll see how the content goes with the views and stuff, and depending again on the recipient of the energy that I receive back, I'll be back mid-month, or at least at the end of the month, with your wrap-up. I will post the weekly videos and hopefully the weekend videos as well. But like I said, my energy means a lot to me. I'm still available to past customers who've gotten private readings to me in the past, and again, I'm only available to past customers for personal readings who've had them with me in the past. Okay, let's get started. I wanted to do this particular reading different for this month of September. And as always, especially with love readings, this is for entertainment purposes only. Not everything's going to resonate for you or with you. Some of it might apply in a past sense, a present, or future. Remember, your energy, your thoughts, your free will, and that of the people that you deal with in regards to your love life also can impact anything shown here today. It's just a guide that if things were to continue to go in the direction and path that it's in, that this could be the outcome or scenario. Okay, so driving on the force and energy of Sagittarius, we're going to see what is around you, Sagittarius, what's before you, what's coming after you, but what's in your energetic realm as it comes to relationships and love. We're first going to start out with who are the strongest around you right now as far as zodiac energy when it comes to love. Who are the two signs that are really pulling or have a connection to Sagittarius for September? Let's see. First sign is Pisces. Okay, let's get another quick shuffle. The second sign is a Libra. Let's just see what the possible third energy, Gemini. Gemini being the least energy that might be pivoting towards you or away from you as it pertains to love. So keep that in mind. Gemini, Pisces, or a Libra. Karmically, when it comes to you this month pertaining to love, we get don't call me now, you deserve all that you're going through. So there's definitely somebody that you don't want to hear from. This could be that Pisces. Don't call me now. You deserve everything that you're going through. This person has hurt you or put you through a lot in the past. And they could be coming now to you as they're going through their karmic cycle, coming to apologize, coming to you for forgiveness. We did get, if you were able to look at the earlier readings that I posted in the past day or two for Sagittarius, there is a very heavy energy of forgiveness. truths being revealed. So a lot of things that could have happened or been kept from you in the past could be coming forth to you now. And you might be like, listen, I don't want to hear it. What's done is done. But the energy is around you. And it could be most likely for this Pisces, this Gemini, or the Libra. But then keep an open mind. It could also be for any other sign as well. But these are the ones that most likely the stronger energy is drawn to. We also get, I can forgive, but I never forget. When it comes to people that have hurt us romantically in the past, we do have a kind and forgiving heart, but also things happens in measures, and we have our boundaries, and there becomes a particular threshold, at the top of that ladder where you can't climb anymore. We can't allow you to hurt us any further. And when you've given someone as much room and space that we give people, unfortunately, to hurt us, when they've totally disregarded our patience and our fortitude, we do get to that point where, yes, we can forgive, but we're never going to forget the pain, the unnecessary hurt, the denial, the betrayal, and all the negativity and toxicity that you put us through. So though forgiveness is grandeur, we have a terrible time, and I'll be the first to admit, to forgive. So that's going to make it challenging and difficult for anyone in the future coming back to you from the past to get any leadway with a Sagittarius because of that. We also get the message when it pertains to karma with Sagittarius in their love life and someone who is trying to reconnect with them. How did we get here? Where did it all go wrong? This is someone definitely going through their karmic cycle now. Again, it could be these three signs that we mentioned. And they're wondering, how did they ever get to this space? They were in so tight with you. You were in love. There was passion. There was all these plans that you made. Some of you even had children together and businesses together and homes together and dreams, right? And now they're sitting alone, or they're sitting in a relationship outside of you that they might have left you for, that now is not working out. So they're like, how did we get here? How did it get to the point that me and Sagittarius are not only apart, but I can't get him or her to reply to me, to acknowledge me, to forgive me? So they're going through the thought process. You've already passed that. You're probably past your healing, and you're nowhere in their mindset. They know that you're not thinking of them, but in their mindset, they're very deeply involved with being remiss about what they did to lose you, and knowing that it will be fairly impossible to get you back. So they're just trying to retrace their steps. Like, what really was it that made Sagittarius finally walk away or say enough is enough? Because again, you gave them so many opportunities to walk through that door, to hurt you once, twice, and they got comfortable knowing that you were always going to be forgiving. So this is then really trying to see, well, what did I really do that finally hit the nail for Sagittarius? The behind the deck we end, I was that close to having you where I wanted you, and this disappointment for some of them, because they were playing the game with you, or they tried you in a way that they thought they had you. Again, because of our love, because of the dedication, right? Because of the multiple chances that you gave them, they felt they were just that close to having their cake and eating it too. But lo and behold, they forgot the strength, they forgot the spirituality and the truth within Sagittarius, and the ability for us to find out the truth, or at least to open up our blinders and say enough is enough, and really put those boundaries in stake, and kind of act upon our Queen of Wands energy and say, we're out of here, or you're out of here. This will not happen anymore. So they're disappointed in themselves for falling short. They're disappointed in having someone as beautiful or as strong as you, whether you're a male Sag or female Sagittarius, and knowing that they blew it. They lost the mark. They lost the prize. They were that close, but they overplayed their hand. So this is all the things that they're thinking about. Like, what did I really do, right, to get to this point? Stop living in fear. God got your back. You have moved on from a lot of these toxic relationships. And for those of you who choose to be single, you don't have fear of these relationships coming back. You don't have fear from the past pain because you are living in the present. You are looking towards better things in your life. You have self-love. You know your worth. And you know that God has got your back because He's gotten you through and shown you the lessons through these past relationships on what you truly deserve. They trust you more than they have others that they've encountered. Those who are karmically missing you and going through whatever they're going through, they do realize that probably out of everyone that they've dated or so-called fell in love with, you were probably the most genuine person that they could trust, that they really believed you were true blue and dedicated. This battle is not yours to fight. It is not yours to fight, Sagittarius, when someone wants to come back to you or they're going through their karmic lesson and they're trying to guilt trip you. That is not your battle. You've healed. You've moved on. If you want to befriend them, that's up to you. But this is not your battle. They're now going through their karmic cycle. And this is something that they're going to have to do alone or from whoever they're going through it with. With the card, you're not alone, you're just single, and that's okay. A reminder, Sagittarius, you don't always have to be booed up to be happy. Sometimes our happiness comes from within. Sometimes we learn from these tragic lessons of failed relationships. As the angelic number 1111 appeared, we are reminded that self-love is important. Self-love sometimes is the best love that you can have and give for yourself because others will always fall short and disappoint us. So if you're single, you're not alone in the sense that you're not worthy. You're not alone in the sense that there's no one that can't love you or shouldn't love you. You're just single. You just don't have arm candy. You know your worth. You're not settling anymore. So hold up your head high. Put your chest out and walk proudly and just enjoy your life being single. It is a blessing to have a peace of mind. And especially if you're older Sag, a Kruger Sag, you know that peace. You don't want to go around playing the games with these young, whippersnappers and going through the stress. Many of us have already paid those dues, and you're afforded a peace when you're single that doesn't necessarily come afforded to you when you're in a toxic relationship or a relationship that is pulling from you instead of giving towards you. We also get the message, we are always speaking to you and sending you messages. Your angels want you to know that they're around you. They see your romantic situations. They know when you feel alone and that you're not alone. Just know that they are truly there for you. We are reminding you to stop and look around, believe in who you are and what you are and what you desire for yourself, and know that we've got your back. So that's twice within this love reading for the energies of September that the universe is saying, Sagittarius, especially my singles, you might feel alone, but you're not. You have so much self-love. You have so much pride, so much honesty and joy within you. There is so much of the universe and the angelic realm surrounding you with love. You're good. And I love that they're emphasizing that because some of you need to hear that. I know sometimes you might close your door at night and sigh, or you might see a couple and miss having that companionship. But don't let what you see in other people's relationships fool you, because what they're doing outside might not be what they're doing inside behind closed doors. Don't be afraid to say I love you or thank you to those who deserve to hear it, Sagittarius. Don't be afraid or embarrassed. Again, if you want to sit down and cry, you will never regret a heartfelt I love you or a message of appreciation. You will only regret it if you don't say it. So though some of you might be holding some animosity, some anger, some bitterness from people or persons that have hurt you romantically in the past, it is okay to admit to yourself, and even if you need to, but you don't want to, admit to them that you still love them. You can love them but not be in love with them. Be honest with yourself and don't fight against that emotion. It's a normal emotion, especially when you've been involved with someone and you've built a home together or have children together. Don't deny the truth, because the more you try to fight against it, the more you hurt inside. Finally, we get choice is the most powerful tool you have, Sagittarius. Every choice you make shuts some doors, but also opens several doors, bringing new experiences into your life. At any given time, you can change the direction of your life. You are only one choice away. Those of you who choose to be single, it is your choice. Don't let anyone, I know when you have friends, and companions, like, why are you single? You're so beautiful. You have so much going for you. Well, maybe that's why Sagittarius is single, because they do have a lot going for them. They know what it is to be used or hurt, or people to manipulate and play games with them. You're protecting your investments. You're protecting your mind, your soul, and your spirit, right? You know your worth. So you're operating differently now. And you realize that, you know what? I do have a choice, and my choice is powerful, and I choose me. So I love that. When we talk about characters in our life at this particular time, I want to see characteristically who could be around you. So we're going to see what 3 types of potential characters, based upon the signs that we mentioned, that could be really strongly within your atmosphere. A painter. Someone that you have loved, or someone that you're in love with or coming towards you, could have painter-like qualities, or this is their hobby. This person is very structured. They manage to do things within form. They could paint abstract pictures. Even though they do things methodically, they also can go off the mark as well. But they're very artistic. And you tap into them and connect with them through their painting, or their ability to draw, or their artistic expression. There is someone, this could be the person from your past, though, that's the swindler energy around you. This is the person that is the master of deception. This is the person that wanted to use you and hurt you, and thought they were going to one-up you, right? And play you, but they're now getting played. They're hurt. They're now receiving back the karma of all the bad things that they did or tried to do to you. This person is a hypocrite. They wear many masks and many disguises. They conspire to do things only to better their own life. They don't really have a true interest in people. They use people. They've used you to make their life better. The other type of character we can be talking about is a lover. This is someone that really took you off your feet, did and might still, in the present sense, have love for you. They're very romantic. You traveled together. You had great sex together. There was a lot of passion between you. There was a real connection with this person. You might still feel an infinite love for this person. This could be the person that you still know that you love, but you might not be in love with, or you're fighting the energy against you feeling like you're still in love with them. At the bottom of the deck, we get influencer. Some of you could be talking to, or in the past talked to, someone who's also very active in social media. They're a content creator. They could also be a YouTube creator. They're online a lot. And this could have been the type of energy where it caused the conflicts in your relationship, because they're online too much. Maybe they were doing a little bit too much online, or everyone wanted their attention, and they put everything out there. And you're more of a private person, Sagittarius, and you enjoy your freedom, but you also want what you do to be private behind the scenes. And when you're dating someone that's an influencer or a content creator, or just really heavily involved on online media in that sense, they're going to have a lot of friends, and their business is going to be out there, and they need to promote, right? They get popular by promoting and putting themselves out there. And sometimes they might expose their partners and other information that you might not want out there. So Sagittarius dating someone who is media involved, and especially online with social media, it's not going to be a win so much so, because again, there's too much out there, and they kind of need attention as well as give it. And you just want someone that's into you, that has friends in a great circle of, companions, but you don't want them to be out there in the whole world, on blast, and putting your relationship and what you do and where you're at every second, and having a camera, while you're having dinner. And, you don't want that lifestyle. They're vlogging while you're having intimate moments, and you know how it goes. So these are the energies and characteristics of the people, potentially with those particular signs, that could be around or have been around your atmosphere as it pertains to love. Universe, let's see what the tarot says about the energies around Sagittarius this month. Some of you are thinking about traveling and deciding what direction you want to go. You have opportunity to travel. We did get messages that some of you are thinking about relocating, and we're talking about relocating out of country, right? Not just out of city or town, but traveling far. Many of you are looking at the opportunity for love outside of your normal, right? Out of your comfort zone. Realizing, you know what, there is a big wild world out there, right? And I've only been kind of falling in love and putting myself out there to men and women within the comfort of where I live. But what about if I go to Italy, or if I go to Germany, if I go to Bermuda or Brazil, or, any place other than where I'm at, right? If you learn another language, or you change your circle of friends to broaden it to a more international flair. So many of you are like, where is it that I want to go? What is it that I want to do that would guide me romantically to a different realm of understanding, and bring to me a wider scope of opportunities, to meet lovely men and women other than just what's around the normal, comfortable circle that I'm accustomed to. And as we say that, here we go with the Two of Cups. So, traveling for business, going away on a vacation with friends, you can meet people or network with people that will open up your eyes and ears to the different sense of lifestyle and what love looks like and what relationships look like out of your comfort zone. So some of you could be toasting to meeting someone new, to the opportunity of love in a different language, in a different way than what, again, you're accustomed to. Spiritually, you will want this person to walk and be in yoke with what you're doing and how you're feeling and how you live your life. And for that to happen, many of you will have to go through some unnecessary but necessary pain in order to be in the position that you need to be to make the moves that you need to make. Unfortunately, we kind of stay comfortable being comfortable, and we stay the status quo until life has those tower moments to wake us up, to kind of force us to make a move, to look truly at where we are in life and what we need to do, and to give us the courage to move forward. Otherwise, we just kind of stay still and put up with the different type of toxic relationships and the same type of men and women that we've been dealing with all our life. There is someone coming towards your life. They're kind of indecisive on what they're going to do, but they're going to bring messages of love towards you. There's also still someone near you or around you that looks as you or looks towards you as an acquisition. All they want is what they can acquire from you. So the more you give, the more they're going to take. Watch your back with this person, and again with any other person that is not being honest and genuine with you. But then you do have that lover, that passionate person that has good intentions, that truly loves you, Sagittarius. And this person has long-term intentions when it comes to you. So I like that. This person will also come into your life after you've learned from past mistakes in relationships. This person will buy you the world. They will give you anything that you desire. And they see you as part of their future, and you feel energetically that they could be part of your future. They see you as a socialite, like the Queen of Cups. You're out there being who you are. You're not being tied to one person. You're single, and you might enjoy being single. So they like the temptation of trying to win you for themselves. They could be a little jokester, so watch them, because they might use tricks and magic, in a sense, with their charm to capture your attention. This person is definitely someone who calls the shots, and they're not going to play games. If they want you, they're going to come after you. They definitely see the hope and opportunity to have you in their life. So as you have one positive person, you have another negative person still who is draining your energy and continues to drain your energy. They could have drained your energy in the past, and they're coming back to continue doing the same. They are trying to confuse you, put you in misdirection. They could be seeing you wandering off to someone else. They could see you in a happy space, and they want to come to cause confusion. They don't want to accept the fate and the karmic lesson that they're now going through. They can't believe that it's truly over, that they will never have you or see you again. It's as though they feel that you were picked for them. You are the person that ultimately, despite whatever you've gone through with them, that ultimately you two should be together. They feel that exclusively you should be theirs. With no intended reason, they just feel that they can come back into your life. You have a lot of friends that are protecting you and guiding you when it comes to your relationships. Again, with foreign land, they could be also encouraging you to go outside of your comfort zone and date men out of other cultures, or women out of other cultures, or travel outside the world for love. There is ongoing connections with you and certain people in your life, even though you might not be acting upon it. You do have a sense of curiosity still about them. And some of them you feel indebted to because they have been good to you, or you had shared a romantic connection in the past. You have had maybe children together, and so there's always that feeling like you feel that you owe them a chance, okay? But you have to be very careful with that. Let's talk about that. When you feel indebted to someone. Wow. The two cards we get, knowledge and exhausting. This person has the knowledge that they know you feel sometimes guilty, or that you still have this attraction to them that you're trying to fight and you don't want to admit. And it's very exhausting. But they will try and come again towards you because they know this is how you feel. Ultimately, as we close this reading for Sagittarius for the month of September, what is the final general energy that comes forth? Balance. Kind of where we started, right? The past, the present, the future. You're trying to balance so much when it comes to love, Sagittarius. Where your heart is now opposed to where your heart used to be, or where you want your heart to be. You want to kind of have a foot in both steps of the door so that you don't feel left out. But you could be doing too much or expecting too much of yourself and too much of others when you try to live within both these worlds. For those of you who are single, you have mastered that you can't play these emotional games with yourself or with others. You have to make a decision. And for many of you, you've chosen you. While as the other half of Sagittarius is still toggling. Do I want to go back to him or her? Or do I want to stay with whom I'm with? Or do I want to go on to someone else? They're not ready to say, okay, I need a break. I need to love me. I should be the center of attention right now. So I feel like this message towards the end really focuses in on those Sagittariuses who are still a little confused, still feel a little bit committed to the past, holding on to the present, but still wanting to move towards the future. Maybe you're not ready to do the work. Maybe you're not ready to take the blinders off. But this month of September might force you to, with the tower changes, with the cycles of life and the things that you need to go through, so you can go and be aligned with the path and with the person, if you're supposed to be with someone at this time, as the divine sees fit. So I hope this message, it carries a lot of information with it, and that information will scatter and be true to whomever it needs to be true to. Others of you, it will be a food of thought. May you take this information with grace and love with your whole heart, but always, Sagittarius, love yourself first. Namaste.